Hi there, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Frida from EMCsoft, and today we're going to continue with our training course for CRM Forms, and we're going to be revising different templates, including online forms, offline forms, add data to CRM, and custom preferences. So stay tuned and let's master Bitrix24 together. We're going to begin by traveling to our CRM Forms section. So I'm going to type in CRM Forms, and I'm just going to open it directly from the menu items. I'm going to click on the green Add button, and that will take me directly to select a use case before creating my CRM form. And today, again, we're going to talk about the online events and in general, the register for event CRM forms. These three are actually very similar, and we'll go through each one and what it means and how to use them properly. So we're going to go ahead and start with the online event. And it is important to note that online events are suitable for pre-registration for webinars or virtual exhibitions, online broadcasts, similar events of this type. So for registration, the customer will need to provide contact information and choose a participation format. So online, in person, and recorded viewing. So even though this is an online event use case, it can actually be used for any hybrid type of event. So where it's online, it is going to be recorded maybe, but it can also be attended in person. So for example, here I can see that it's going to automatically fill up my fields for the form with the contact first name, last name, phone number, company name for the contact, and position of the contact inside of that company. And the most important is going to be the event format. So if we click on the pencil icon to edit, we can see the list items are virtual, in person, and I will watch the recorded stream. And of course, if your event is 100% online, there is no in-person registration, you can just uncheck this box, and then that option will not be available for the customer. So I'm going to leave this one checked so that we can see the example, and I'm actually going to keep it super simple. I'm not going to do last name, and I'm not going to do company name or position, just so that we can do kind of this quicker example. So I'm going to erase these, and I'm just going to do first name and phone, and then I'm going to do the event format option. So I'll save that as is, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on open form, and here I'm going to be able to see that virtual format. So if I click here, I can see in person, a watch and recorded stream, and of course virtual. But again, I can edit this, and I can uncheck the in-person so that it is 100% online. I'm going to go ahead and click save. And now when I open up my CRM form, I can see the only two options are virtual and I'll watch the recorded stream. Of course, you can modify that. So if you click on the pencil icon, you can modify this to whatever you want it to say. So for example, watch, repetition, or whatever else you want it to say, right? And same for virtual, you can change that as well. And even the name. So event format, if you want to change the name to something else, choose how you want to register, etc. Right? So we can modify this, we can add details to it. Of course, again, we can actually create a more beautiful looking CRM form. This sense is just for the example, and we've already revised a lot of different CRM form settings before. I'm not going to go too much into, other settings, design, etc. But of course, you can change the theme here and change the colors, etc. Make it look nice. You can add subheadings. You can add whatever else you want to add. I'm going to go ahead and just click save like this. We'll leave it as is. And basically, we're going to go ahead and do the example. I'm just going to go to CRM entities just to make sure that it is selected for a deal and a customer. So we're going to go ahead and submit our form. So click open form. So now it looks a little bit better, right? So we'll do John, and we will do just a random phone number here. And then we're going to go ahead and choose virtual, right? And register. So now when we go inside of our portal, we're going to see a new deal and contact created for this online event. So I go here to deals, and I can see that online event. So I see contact information, and I see the deal, right? Very good. Now, of course, if I want that deal to go into a particular pipeline, we would go back here and just go to expert mode and then choose the pipeline where I want it to go into. Maybe I have a specific pipeline for all of the webinar registers that I'm hosting, etc. So you can play around with that and have it go into your CRM in the way that you need it to. So now we're going to go ahead and create the second type of registration form. So I'm going to go back to the editor. So again, we're going to scroll down to the register for event CRM form templates, and we're going to go ahead and click on the self-registration at offline event. Now, the difference between the first and the second option, which is the one we're viewing now, is this one is going to be for placing forms on a separate device, for example, at the event entrance. So when the customer submits the form, the data automatically goes into the CRM, but then is cleared from the fields, and then it's ready for the next customer to fill out the form immediately without reloading the page. So this is going to be good for, again, offline registers, so in-person events. And this is going to be good, for example, if you want to have a list of contact information for all the people who are actually attending this event. So you could be at the door taking in their information or something similar. So we're going to go ahead and take a look here. Again, it's going to populate the contact information here for you guys already. So first name, last name, phone number, company name, position. And here it's not going to have the options for in-person, virtual, or recorded, because again, this is assuming that this is all an in-person event. So there's really nothing much more to add here but that. And it is important to know that we will have that, but it's going to be a hidden field value. So if I go here to hidden field values, I'll see that we have offline events already there. So this is going to come into the deal once it's created, so that we know that this was in fact an offline event registration entry that we see inside of the deal. So let's take a look at what that will actually look like. Again, I'm going to take out just last name and company name and position, because it's just more information, and you'll still be able to add all the fields that you need to add into your form. You probably have more specific needs for your company, maybe country or state where the people are registering from, etc. So you can add more fields here. We're going to keep it nice and simple here just for the example. And again, I'm going to go to design just because I really don't like this basic design, and I always like to switch it to modern. This one is my favorite, I'm not going to lie. Not necessarily yellow, but we'll keep it yellow for the example. Okay, and we're going to close the design, and we're going to go back to CRM entities and just make sure that it is still a deal plus customer. So it's looking good, and we're going to go ahead and open the form. Open in a new tab, and we're going to register here, Larry, and phone number, just random. So we click register. Thank you, your message has been sent, and then you have this button to submit again. So the next person in the line, for example, who's waiting to be registered, just automatically has this shown on the screen so that you can continue registering for all your clients. And now let's go into deals. I can see that event already. Okay, so this one is labeled offline events. I see the contact information, and we can change where we see the name. So for example, if I go back here and I see the hidden field values, as you can see, this is actually registered in the name or deal, but we can edit that. Again, we can add another field. We want deal source, add, and then we can edit this. Well, we would need to add it in the custom fields, right, on the CRM. But you get the picture. You can put it into another field here so that you understand that this is in fact offline event. Perfect. So we're not going to go into too much detail on how hidden fields work, because we already have another video where we explain that in detail. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next CRM form use case, which is add data to CRM. So Bitrix actually describes this use case as a template that's going to allow adding data to the CRM without access to Bitrix24. So they give you an example of a freelance promoter that can quickly enter information about potential customers, let's say, directly from the event location, right? Honestly, this is a very fancy way of saying that you can actually open the form and have a separate link for it online that you can open from anywhere, even if you don't have access to Bitrix, which is what all other forms are able to do as well. So you can do that with any other use case template, because any other template is going to give you a link that you can open outside of Bitrix to fill out the form anyway. So you can do this anyway with any other forms. But I guess they just wanted to create a specific template. So we're going to go ahead and explore it so that you can actually see that it's basically the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and click here, add data to CRM. And what I mean is this exactly. So if you can take a look, this is actually basically the same exact fields that you had in contact information and a couple other use cases. And again, all forms, all templates, all use cases, all CRM forms are going to add data to the CRM, because they all have the CRM entities linked, right? So again, this is just like any other form, but basically the default fields that it's going to give you first name, phone, email, and comment. These are all contact fields. And then this one here, it adds it as a deal field, right? So you can, again, modify this, add any fields that you want, add products, add separators, change the design, etc. So everything else that we've already been through. I'm going to take off a phone, and email will just do first name and comment. So if I save this here and then I head to open form and open in a new tab, again, we're going to have that link that we can send in this example that Bitrix uses. You can send that to your freelance promoters, right? For example, for them, if they're in an event and they're adding potential customers in, they can use that just with the link itself and open it wherever, on a tablet, on their mobile phone, etc. Customer, just for the example, right? So I'm going to go ahead and submit. And this one as well gives you the option to submit again immediately. Again, this is being based off of somebody out in the field actually taking potential customer information. So you want to quickly be able to click that submit again button and have this populate again. And if we take a look at our CRM entities, we have deal plus customer. So let's go back to our CRM. And here we have it. We have a complete CRM form, add data to CRM of November 22nd. So we can open that. And we'll be able to see the contact that was created. Since I deleted the fields for email and phone number, it just created a contact with just the first name because that's the only field I had available. But of course, you can customize that and add all the information that you want to request from the potential customers and be able to have that feed into the CRM, into the contact item. Awesome. And so here it creates the actual deal. And let's go and search for the comment field where we added that information. So if I don't see it here, I can just go comment. Sometimes for some reason we have them hidden, and I'll be able to see that, hello, I am a potential customer, right? So that's basically how it's going to work. Right now we have this name because we didn't actually change the name over here in other settings, but we can change the name, of course, as we've already seen in the other CRM forms. And last, we're going to talk about custom preferences, which is in the other section. So this actually is exactly the same as the contact information use case. So if you've already used contact information, custom preferences is going to be exactly the same. So we're going to open it up to let you see what it looks like. So basically in custom preferences template, all CRM form settings are available, and it is meant to be used so that you can customize the form to suit your tasks freely. But honestly, any other template can be used in this way. You just need to make the modifications, and the contact information template is literally exactly the same. So if I go back and I choose contact information, you'll see it is exactly the same in terms of the fields. It's actually the same in terms of all of the other features that we have on the left side menu. It's literally exactly the same. So you can use either or. If we go down again to custom preferences, you'll see everything is actually the same. We have the CRM entities, header and buttons, spam protection, field show rules. So they're all literally the same exact thing. So here you can play around with it. You can add fields, any fields that you want from any of your CRM items. So for example, position, address, comment, we'll add those in there. We can add products as well if you have any products from a product list, right? If you, again, this is all set up in the inventory management. So you would set this up in inventory and then be able to pick here from the products. And we can add separators, etc. So for example, let's say after this, I have a line and also I want a title for another section, etc. So I can play around with that, and I can also play around with the CRM entities. Not a lot to discuss in terms of the custom preferences use case. If you've seen all of our other videos for CRM entities, it is literally exactly the same, just really customized to your own needs.